What made you decide to work with me? I'm very curious as well.
I saw what someone like you does. You partner with someone like me. You help draw out narrative, story, and you help build the engine or the structure of. And those are the formula for me. And I always need the most help with the engine. Like no one can do the engine alone at a quality and a caliber. And after we met and we talked, and I kind of grilled you a little bit, like I was like, hey, I'm from New York, high media quotient, high communications quotient here. We're not just going to do chat GPT and Claude written posts. Like we're going to do
Mm,
narrative, right? And you were like, right. And that you had me at narrative because that's what people engage with and hook onto emotionally. And we shared the same vision of you create a story, founder led, voice driven story, and you put it out there. And your story is in people's heads way before they're ready to buy. They're just thinking about their own problems. And then when they're ready and their cycle is up, you're in their head. And you taught me that. I knew that like intuitively. You showed that to me in like words and a framework and a whole model. So yeah, that's why I engaged with you. A huge A, I love working with you. You're a very wonderful partner. B, when I tell a story or a thing, I watch you like step back and look up and like find it and shape it and go, that, let's go here and that. You try everything, you're willing to
mm,
fail. But then C, as you told me would and could happen, people are coming to me that are not even connected, customers, potential customers. They're hearing about the solution, the product feature, the narrative 2 or 3 degrees out from my connections and reaching out
mm.
with urgency and saying, I saw that I've been reading about you on LinkedIn. I've been reading about the product, been following along with the product. It's both. There's a lot of I've been reading about the product, and then there's like, oh, I've known you in the industry for years, and now plus the product equals we must talk. A GC got on the phone with me the other day at a major company, and she said, I've never seen her or met her in my life, and she said, "Hi, I trust you." Like opening words. I feel like I know
Wow,
you. I've been following along, and I trust what you say. And I was like, great. Wow. So it's working. It's working on all levels.
amazing. How would you describe your experience since working together?
Yeah. Since working together, I feel pulled. The LinkedIn strategy is working out in front of me and I'm being pulled forward into it, which is the best way to be managing many things as a CEO. Before you reached out, I was pushing and I couldn't push on this and also push on what the customers need in demos, calls, implementations, etc. And so when I'm pulled and the structure is there and there's momentum happening, it becomes frictionless for me to do this. It becomes exciting. It's a really fun escape once a week to go into story mode with you. And we both are looking up and drawing in themes and narratives and understanding what's going on right now. And I couldn't do that alone. I need creative partners. So it feels like a creative partnership. I'm led. And the momentum is happening so much. There's momentum in the LinkedIn posting where every single person I meet with, speak with, whether I know them or they're brand new, they mention my LinkedIn because they're having an interaction with me. And that's the ultimate goal, right, of what we're building together with this go-to-market strategy, this voice-led LinkedIn work. It's
Mm.
it's in their heads and I'm having a dialogue with them and people will get on a call or I'll have coffee and they'll be like, "Oh, I loved your LinkedIn post." And I have to say, "Which one?" Because there are so many and what a moment like it's so abundant. Like there's so much dialogue going on that people are engaging with all different slices of it. So and also what we've fostered together is another new signal to study in terms of product narrative. Where the pain point is in this software problem space right now, we're like throwing darts and trying to hit it. And so it's really fun. I've had a lot of fun doing that too. You study the audience in a more concentrated way and how they engage. And then you have really concrete like levers to play with, which is great. I need that structure and like constraining. And you're good at that because you're pro at knowing like focus strategy, which strategy is more about what you don't do than sometimes what you do.
Mm.
And you've been really good at keeping it here for me. This feels really like narrative, like driven from my emotional observations in the work I've done on the customer side and now being in this side. So I feel like you're really good at drawing that out. And the weekly approach, I think, is the smartest part of all of this because you stay current and you're listening to my
Mhm.
voice.
Would you be able to kind of break down even just a high level results since working together, whether it be like pipeline or just people you've talked to or revenue generated? Like, don't have to share like things you don't want to share.
Yeah, absolutely. I wish I had the percentage. I don't, but anecdotally, I'll just say even in the last 3 weeks, 4 large enterprise leads have come into the pipeline, and they do
Oh my
not know.
gosh.
Yeah, and they do not know Jen from the past of my in-house career or any of that. Maybe never heard of me. 1 heard of me, so let's just say 3, and said and they weren't connected with me. And they didn't connect with me when they interacted with some post, whether it's the boosted ad we did on the family tree video or other, and they urgently got on my calendar. There was an urgency there. And then I hear from 99% of the people that get on my calendar into the pipeline, I hear LinkedIn. LinkedIn is mentioned. I've seen something you said really resonated with me. I have one peer I've known for years in the industry, an in-house person doing legal ops at a global pharmaceutical company. She's been in my pipeline, but sometimes too busy or it's not the right moment to talk, but she keeps coming back and sending me signals going, my goodness, the stuff you are saying, I need to speak with you. And we're going to speak in Chicago when we're both at the same conference in 2 weeks. Another friend, peer from a major chip manufacturer, global company, had the same. I ran into him at a conference in New York and he was like, I have to talk to you. It's as if I've been diagnosing clinically the problem in his feeling set at work. And when they see me, they're like, I have to tell you everything. And that's really powerful. Those are powerful leads to me because there's a lot of trust and care and resonance, and they know that I know the problem. And therefore, they're like, she must have a leg up on the solution. She's one of us. I mean, I
Mm,
was one of them. I was in house, but it's the last 3 months of narrative. They're having a dialogue with me. So when I see them, it's a continuation. It's not even a start. It's amazing.
if someone was watching this today and thinking about working with me, what would you say to them?
I would say chances are your ICP is scrolling LinkedIn looking for community and answers to their work problems. And we all want the same thing in life. We want to do well at work, do well for the company and add value and get promoted. And in order to get people's attention and work in there, especially amidst the AI slop scroll that we're all seeing too. Partner with someone like Osman, write human experienced narrative. We all have a unique story to package and put out there, but it's actually quite hard to storytell and package it on your own.
Yeah.
So I think working with you is a great step forward in elevating your voice to reach your customer and achieve all the things we want to achieve.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Jen.